afternoon, or evening, ladies and biscuits. I'm Lazy Biscuit, host of the Lazy Biscuit YouTube channel, and happy Mario Day, everyone. For those of you that don't know, March 10th is a very special day. It's Mario Day. What's Mario Day, you ask? Well, it's a day where we celebrate everything Mario, because, you know, you take the first 3 letters of March, you put a 10 at the end of it, and you spell Mario in some sort of special binary code type thingy-mabobber. You know, it's a special little holiday that we kind of celebrate. You know, it's something like May the 4th or Friday the 13th or Valentine's Day. And that one actually is a pretty clever holiday, I'll give you guys that. But Mario Day is personally one of my favorite tiny little tidbit holidays we have because, well, I'm a big fan of Mario. It's one of my favorite childhood games, and also got this snazzy suit on for this special occasion. And of course, I spend every Mario Day playing so many Mario games. Some of the best Mario games out there on the Switch: Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Tennis Aces, Super Mario Party. Yet I can't help but feel like there's just something missing on my Switch. And no, it's not that super new Mario Bros. Deluxe or whatever. Ugh, that game is just a copy of Super Mario Bros. For the Wii U, and that game is just a copy of Super Mario Brothers for the Wii, and that game is just a copy of Super Mario 64. Unbelievable. No, it's something else. It's missing Super Mario 3D World.
Super Mario 3D World was a pretty great game for the Wii U, which is hard to say for a lot of games on the Wii U since, well, a lot of games on the Wii U weren't that good. But Super Mario 3D World was one of the best games for the Wii U in my opinion, along with Splatoon, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. That game was quite possibly one of the best Animal Crossing games we have ever gotten. I don't even think it's going to be better. I think this is going to be better than Animal Crossing New Horizons, but we'll wait until that comes out. And not only that, it's a game that really cemented my love for Nintendo and kept me coming back to play it. See, during the Wii U, I always thought, since I'm maturing, I need to play more mature games rather than these silly, cartoony Nintendo games, and the Wii U didn't really help its case of why I shouldn't be playing mature games and why I could still play these silly, cartoony games. But Super Mario 3D World was a game that I actually really enjoyed and loved and kept coming back to because it was just so amazing. This was like any other new Mario game, yes, but it introduced new power-ups, characters that had their own little main gimmicks here and there, and oh man, the levels, the music, everything about it was just so awesome and gorgeous.
So why is there no Super Mario 3D World for the Switch? I mean, we got all these other Wii U ports, we got all these other games that were on the Wii U that are now on the Switch, so where the heck is Super Mario 3D World? Well, you know what? I've had it up to here with no Super Mario 3D World on the Switch. I'm going to add Super Mario 3D World on the Switch by myself and adding its little goodies here and there, so it's not technically a Wii U port, but it technically is a Wii U port, but it's still kind of its own game. You know what? Let's just cut the chit-chat and get right into what I would add into Super Mario 3D World, making its own perfect Switch port.
Now, first things first, I would add some more characters. And I'm not saying the characters in Super Mario 3D World are bad or anything. In fact, I think they're pretty cool. They all have their own little gimmicks. Mario is all around. He's balanced. He's the main man Mario. He doesn't have any advantages or disadvantages. But Luigi, he's able to jump higher and run faster. But due to his shoe choice, he is a little slippery. Peach can float using her dress, but because she uses her dress, she also does run the slowest. And Toad, with his tiny little legs, is somehow able to run the fastest out of anyone, which is quite interesting. And who would have thought a Toad, with his little tiny legs, is able to run faster than anyone else in the Mario crew? However, because of this, he falls the fastest, he sprints the lowest, and he can't jump that high. Whew, man, it sucks to be a Toad when you have all that. But hey, at least he can jump, unlike Captain Toad, who can't jump at all. But why stop at just these 4 Mario characters? Why not add so much more? Mario has such a rich, diverse history of characters, so why not add characters? Yet, you know, why not add more characters? So here's the characters that I would add: Waluigi, Wario, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Daisy, and Koopa Troopa, and I'll be explaining their gimmicks as we go along. Let's start off with some of the more simple gimmicks. Wario's wouldn't be too special. It would probably be borrowed from something like Super Mario 64 for the DS. He'd be slow but strong. However, I feel like one of his main gimmicks would kind of be references and callbacks to the Wario Land series. He's able to shoulder bash enemies, pick up enemies or brick blocks, and throw them in other enemies, which would defeat them or stun them depending on which enemy it is. And of course, he'd be able to, his ground pound might be able to create a small little shock wave to, you know, defeat fight enemies, but that's kind of what Wario would be. It would kind of be like, hey, we still know Wario Land exists, so here's some little references and callbacks that he does. Daisy would kind of be the opposite of Peach, where she doesn't know how to float like Peach. In fact, Daisy doesn't even know how Peach uses her dress to float in the air, but instead she uses her athleticism. She's able to run faster and jump higher than Peach. So think of it as Mario and Luigi, except it's Peach and Daisy. Now, Koopa Troopa is an interesting one, and I know what you're probably thinking, but why have a Koopa Troopa in Super Mario 3D World? What would they do? Well, his story would be kind of cheesy. It would kind of be like, oh, he's a bad guy, but he doesn't want to be a bad guy anymore. He wants to be a good guy going on adventures. Or it could be something like Paper Mario, where he's an ally to Mario or something like that. However, his main gimmick would be that he wouldn't be able to use power-ups, but instead have these little Hammer Bro helmets. And the different color Hammer Bro helmets would tell you which power-up he was using. Like, you know, it could be a Hammer Bro, a Boomerang Bro, Fire Bro, Ice Bro, or a completely new Hammer Bro type that's able to throw different projectiles. But the thing is, you actually have to use his little aiming technique. And this could hit enemies that are like other Hammer Bros. You can throw hammers at other Hammer Bros, maybe switches or levers in the air. And of course, he would be a slow character because, you know, he is a turtle. He would be slow, but however, his dash attack would actually have him going into a shell and ricocheting off walls, hitting enemies and stuff like that. Now, while Luigi would show off his full potential, we all know him as an athletic guy. I mean, he's in all these sports games, so you know what? He's gonna be the best out of anyone else. He'd be able to run fast, he'd be able to jump high, climb fast, swim fast, you name it. He's putting these legs to good use. He's showing off who he really is. But his main thing would be he can't kill enemies by jumping on them. With the exception of bosses, of course, he wouldn't be able to defeat bosses by jumping on them, but with enemies, no way. He has to use his ground pound, and his ground pound would be him jumping up in the air and stomping down with full force with both of his legs, which would take a couple of seconds, though. Now, I know what you're thinking, well, why wouldn't he be able to kill enemies with just his jumps? I mean, wasn't he able to defeat Bowser Mario Party 3 with just his legs? And yes, that is true, but I feel Nintendo has completely forgotten about the fact that Waluigi is one of the strongest Mario characters, so this is what we're gonna get. But hey, it's amazing that we're getting this. Waluigi's showing off his full potential, and he's in a mainline Mario game? I mean, what more could you possibly ask for? Donkey Kong and Yoshi would be similar to Koopa Troopa. They wouldn't be able to use the power-ups such as the Fire Flower or Cat Bell, but they would have their own character-specific items. For example, Donkey Kong could have his coconut shotgun. Remember that? Remember his coconut shotgun? Do you remember that from the Donkey Kong rap? It goes, hey, he's back, he's got a coconut shotgun. Of course, they probably would change it so it wouldn't be a coconut shotgun, maybe just a coconut gun or a peanut gun like Diddy Kong, because, you know, they're more family-friendly now. But Donkey Kong's main gimmick would be kind of similar to Wario's, picking enemies up, throwing into them, punching enemies, being a strong character. But his main gimmick he couldn't fall down bottomless pits. In fact, there's a little rocket barrel drawn there that just send him back up into the bottomless pits. Of course, he could be defeated in other ways, you know, touching enemies, touching lava, stuff like that, but he wouldn't be able to die through bottomless pits. And Yoshi could kind of be similar. He could use his flutter jump, so it kind of be like Peach's hover thing, but it wouldn't last too long because, you know, Yoshi can only use his flutter jump for so long. But his main gimmick would obviously be, you know, using his tongue to swallow and eat enemies, but his main little character weapon thing would probably be an eggshell launcher or something, because Yoshi's known for using eggs, so it could be something like an eggshell cannon or whatever to, you know, shoot at enemies and stuff. It kind of is similar to Donkey Kong's coconut shotgun or whatever. You would require aim and you would shoot eggshells at certain enemies.
But why give Yoshi and Donkey Kong the ability to use these special character weapons? Why not give each character their own little things? Mario, Luigi, Toad, Peach, they would all have their own little character special weapons. And I don't mean this would just be a main gimmick for a level or two. No, I mean each will have a level that is specifically used for using these character weapons, sometimes using one or more, so it would require cooperation and teamwork with your other friends. And I know what you're thinking, well, which character would you give what weapon? Well, I'm glad you asked, my friends, because I prepared a list right here.
Mario would have his trusty FLUDD with him. That's right, we're bringing the FLUDD from Super Mario Sunshine back, baby. See, what Mario would be able to do with his FLUDD is push enemies back or hover just a little bit, because, you know, that's what the FLUDD did. Or maybe he'd be able to fill up these little gaps and holes full of water so you can swim around it. Maybe it would reward you with coins or a star or a stamp or something. Luigi would have his Poltergust. He'd be able to pull enemies in or pull items in close to him, and of course he would be able to suck up booze and various other ghosts, because, you know, that is what the Poltergust does after all. Wario would have his little special gold magnet, you know, from the Yoshi's Island series. But here's the thing, it wouldn't just be able to collect coins or treasure whatever, it might be able to even pull in certain metal enemies like, bombs or bullet bills or such like that. Waluigi would have his trusty tennis racket with him, but he wouldn't be swinging around tennis balls or anything like that. No, he'd be swinging around tennis balls disguised as bombs, blowing enemies up, blowing walls up, blowing bricks up. Anything you can think of, he's just blowing it up with these bombs. Peach would have her little parasol, being able to block enemy projectiles like hammer bro hammers or maybe bombs or such like that, and able to whack enemies away as well. Daisy's would be similar to Peach's, except she's more athletic. She'd probably have a baseball bat or a golf club or a tennis racket or something to hit enemies away with.
And that, my friends, is my idea of Super Mario 3D World on the Switch. What do you think of it? Do you think it's good? What do you think? Would you change or add to it? Would you change or add anything to Super Mario 3D World to put it on the Switch or whatever? Answer down in the comments below, and I'll see you, ladies and biscuits, in the next episode, where hopefully I'll be reviewing the next Direct, because it's been quite some time now, Nintendo. I'm kind of getting impatient. I did my taxes, did my chores, I cleaned my garage, for crying out loud, and there's still no Direct. You know how much time that took? That took way too much time out of my day. I spent a whole day cleaning the garage, no Nintendo Direct. I'm starting to get, less and less busy with things I need to do, keep my mind off this Direct. Come on, Nintendo, I want a Direct, like right now, please. I'm getting impatient. Bye-bye, biscuits!